Hi all, thanks so much for sticking with us all the way till the end. My name is Ian Chow. I'm the APAC Partner Enablement Lead here at Microsoft. So, as you can see by the title of this section, it's what's next? How do you further your learning journey? So the way I'm going to take you through it is by explaining the structure of the SC900 learning path. So I'm not going to go through each of the exams and each of the learning paths in detail because they're fairly similar in structure. And as you understand one, you'll be able to go through all of them very, very easily. So as you can see, again, we've got 4 exams, and these are the newly released exams for security, compliance, and identity. Some of the older exams are still there, of course, the AZ 500 and MS 500, but we want to focus on these right now. So actually, a good question might be, why are we talking about exams? I just want to learn. Well, actually, the reason for it is because the learning paths and the content is really well structured with a view and a lens in terms of the exam, the knowledge required to sit the exam. And it's kind of structured in that, step-by-step manner of going from fundamentals to more complicated topics. So actually, that's why I want to start with the SC900. It's a good place to go, especially after having attended the last few days. So let's just have a look at that. And if you scanned that QR code there, you would go to this page. Oh, this one. Here we go. And on this page, what you'll find is, I'll just literally go from top to bottom, the title and description, high-level description of what the exam entails. When you're actually ready to sit the exam, you can see how much it costs. So of course, select your country. You can go and schedule that exam. I think more importantly is the skills measured. So one, it gives you an indication of what's expected for you to sit the exam. But then once you have passed the exam, it's almost like that degree to be able to say, hey, I've passed this. Here are the things that I know, and that becomes something that is good for everybody. So let's have a look further down the page. And this is where we get to the actual learning path, right? So these are the learning paths that are available on MS Learn, Microsoft Learn. And you can see it's already broken down into a modular way. And that in itself is really handy because I think everyone knows now it's so hard to put time aside to focus on any one thing. I've got 2 kids at home right now, and it's a little bit of a nightmare. So if you can do things in a modular way, it's really handy. And if we actually clicked on one of these links and we delved a little deeper, you can see it's broken down even more into really, really bite-sized chunks. So, sometimes it's really hard for you to do anything for 10 minutes, right? Let alone an hour. So you can see here, if you wanted to spend 10 minutes only, and that's all you had, you could really, really do that. Now, I would say that you have to be logged in so the system can track your progress so that you could take one module, come back later in the day or the next day and continue your learning path. But you can see here that as you start stepping through, there is a certain element which is academic. You have to do that reading, but then it'll give you a knowledge check, right? And in some of these exams also, as you start going through the structure and the learning paths, there are some more practical sessions also that you can get involved in. Now, that kind of gives an overview of the learning path that's available on MS Learn, and that's for the SC900. So what I'll do is just go through some of the other ones fairly quickly, just so you can scan that QR code. So the SC200, the Microsoft Security Operations Analyst. 300, Microsoft Identity and Access Administrator. And you can see just on the screenshots on the left, the structure of that page is very, very structured. You can see that it's consistent. And if you wanted to look for any one particular piece of information, it's pretty much the same across all those different pages. And the last one here is the SC400, the Microsoft Information Protection Administrator. Now, if you're able to go through all of the MS Learn content, and anyone who's done this already, I think they will all be able to tell you that it's a great resource to have. But often, learners need a few different formats to be able to go through and in order to sit and prepare for an exam. This is one fantastic resource. But often, I find anyway, what really helps is having someone talk through and walk through the content also. And it's a little more lively, there's a bit more energy in that. So in fact, this other resource is something that our Corp team has put together. And if you scan and download this, and by the way, it's updated every month, so make sure you come back regularly and get the fresh one. And one of the things that's on this document are links to live sessions. This is in 10 time zones, so if you can't find one, I'd be really, really surprised if you can't find one in your time zone, that is. So this is also a fantastic resource to have. If you can't actually, for whatever reason, life gets in the way and kids get in the way, if you can't attend the live one, don't worry. They do tend to be repeated every quarter, but they're also recorded. So, that's also a really, really good way to learn. And, while it's not a live session, I think having that, explanation delivered by a real person in natural language is a really, really, really useful thing to have as you're going through and learning. So and this, by the way, this document, it's really comprehensive. There's a ton of other stuff in here that you really should check out. Now, another resource I think is really handy is this, I call it the Cert Map, but it essentially lists down all of the exams by solution area that we have here at Microsoft. Again, this is a document that's updated regularly every month. What you'll find on this are the official GA general availability exams, but it also gives you an indication of those that are in beta as well. So we have an idea of what's coming up and what Microsoft is thinking in terms of upcoming and relevant exams. So do check this one out. So that's all I've got today. I hope this was useful for you as a set of resources. I think if you have this set of resources, you're able to use everything on MS Learn. You're in touch with a local partner team with regards to local learning events that are coming up. We're going to have a great set of learning options for you. All the best with your learning journey. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.
Thanks, Ian, for your session on the new Microsoft security certifications. I'm sure this is going to help a lot of our partners to take up these certifications. All right, so hello, partners. Right now, for this particular session, me and Ryan is going to take about all the Microsoft partner learning resources. This is the last session for the day 3. I know you have gone through a lot of sessions in the last 2 days, last 3 days. So this session, we want to make it more useful for you. We want to make it what's next, right? I mean, you have gone through a lot of these resources. So now it's time for you to start playing around with these solutions. So this is where me and Ryan have planned for it. So This is our partner learning resources, and well, there are so many other resources apart from this, but these are some of the most important one, and that is one of the reasons why we wanted to showcase this to you. Hey Ryan, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to the section. Thanks.
Cool, thanks, Ryan. So Ryan, let's quickly do this more interactive. So let me do one thing. Let me take them through the CDX portal, and then you can take them through the
Sure.
Ninja, training modules and the materials. All right.
Yep.
So, the interest of time, I will move immediately to our CDX portal. I'm sure most of you as a partners, you are familiar with our CDX portal. It used to be called as demos.microsoft.com in the past, but now we have rechanged that as a customer digital experience. So CDX stands for customer digital experience. So cdx.transform.microsoft.com is a website. You just need your MPN login ID to access that. So what I'm going to do is I already have access to this portal. So let me just show that to you. Now this is where the moment you log in, open up this particular URL, you need to log in with your MPN ID. So make sure you have access to this. If you do not have it, you need to contact your team. I mean, probably your lead or your manager who interacts with Microsoft. I mean, they just need to add your email ID into your Microsoft Partner Network profile. So once you log in, this is what you get to see. This is like a genie in the bottle for you. I mean, you have everything required for you to learn about Microsoft security solutions, to play around with it, to demo, to download presentations, and then prepare yourself as well. So what you get to see here is some of the solutions. So we have built the demo guides based on the solution. So you can actually see for security, we have something for compliance separately, and we also have it for intelligent security. Now, one of the things what you need to do before you come here is, you go to My Environments. If you're new to this particular portal, Microsoft provides you a great resource like, creating a tenant. You don't need to create anything. You can basically create a tenant which is valid for 90 days. And it has a lot of pre-built demo content in it. So you can actually see there is a demo content for M365 Business Premium, M365 Enterprise, Office, and Office 365 demo content as well. So you can actually see these are all pre-built. All you need to do is create a tenant. It will be valid for you for 90 days. And you start, once you have these tenants created, you go to the experiences. And this is where you start practicing the product or the solution, right? So now in here in the main portal, when you click on intelligent security, you actually see there are a lot of demo modules created for you for various different security products and solutions of Microsoft. So what you see here is like there are a number of solutions here, like Endpoint Manager, Identity and Access Management, Defender for Endpoint, Defender for Identity, Cloud App Security, right? So there's huge resources, and some of them are demo and some of them are interactive guide. So for the ones who wants to quickly know what the solution does, how do you do a attack investigation with Azure Sentinel, you just click on interactive guide, and all you need to do is add a customer account here and then click on start. And this interactive guide is available for 24 hours. It's a step by step for you. You don't need to do anything. The guide will tell you where to click and what to do, and it also explains what does it mean, right? So very quick and fast way for you to learn how to investigate an attack in Azure Sentinel. Similarly, you also have a demo environment. For example, if you want to learn quickly about Defender for Endpoint, you can actually see that this particular environment basically shows how Defender for Endpoint is is a unified security platform, right? That protects all the endpoints and so on. So again, you add a customer account here. It's pretty simple. The straightforward steps, you just add, fill this information and then click on add. And then once you add a customer account here, these two assets will get highlighted for you. I mean, you can download them. So we have a click-through guide and we also have a demo guide. So usually you download the demo guide and the tenant which you created, which I showed you just now, you're going to use that to log in as one of the users or admin, and then you actually follow through a demo. Let me show you how this one of the demo guides looks like. Now I have this demo guide for cloud app security, and this demo guide is available for all the demos which you have just seen in experiences, right? Now this is updated as of last year, August. Now, if you look at the content of this particular demo, so you can actually see that it has all the devices, user accounts. How do you explore a report? How do you explore a continuous report of a cloud app security? How do you block an unsanctioned applications using with an integration with MDATP, right? So there are few demo scenarios which you can actually learn quickly on how to achieve these in a real-time environment, or if you have a POC or a pilot, you can also do that. Now, if you follow through this particular guide, it also talks about it is level 200. So immediately once you complete this demo guide, your knowledge will be about level 200 uh, and so on. And you can also see that it also already has what accounts you need to use. And this is again based on the demo environment which you have created. So you can use this multiple account. There is a password also given to you the moment you created a demo tenant using your account, right? So you can use the same passwords for all these accounts and then start practicing. So two things which you need to remember here. One is what to say. This is your speaker script. So if you're demoing this for your customer, we have actually given you a script like what is that you can say about this particular step. And what to show is where, like, it talks about a step-by-step guidance for you to click. Okay, you click on discover, you click on cloud discovery dashboard, you click on snapshot report, right? And then follow these script. So we have a script for you and we have a step-by-step, right? So this helps you, right, deliver effective demo for your customers. Now, quickly, let's go back to this. So if you are keen to know more about this, explore this particular website. It has great resources, great content. There are more than 20 different demo guides, interactive guides for you on each and every solutions of Microsoft. A great resource if you have a new employee, a new team member who joined your team. If you want to train them on these solutions, this is a place to start. If you have a POC or a demo, if you want to get some use case scenarios, or if you want to demo a product for your customers, CDX portal is the place for you to start, right? So if you're practicing for exams, which Ian has just taken you through, this is a demo for this is a place for you to start, learn, and experiment your use case scenarios, right? Now, I know there is more to cover, but with the interest of time, let me hand it back to my friend Ryan to talk about the Ninja trainings which are available for you. Ryan, do you want to take them through the Ninja level 400 training?
Sure, sure. Okay, so can you help me to move the slide,
Sure.
or let me to do it?
Okay.
All right. So that is a fantastic resources that you will need to go through, right? As a technical guy, and even a pre-sale guy. So we got a whole bundle of the workload that we support here. So let me go here. So what does it mean when we come to the Microsoft Ninja training? It's actually the really great training resources from the engineering teams that where you can learn and master several of our security product. And also we have an unofficial, I need to emphasize that it's an unofficial Ninja certificate that is available after you complete the training, right? And 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 that is the training is about the Microsoft 365 Defender as a defender for endpoint, for identity, for Office 365, even for cloud security and the Azure Sentinel as well. So let me swing into the website to show what is the content, what is the major thing that you will learn in that training. Okay. So let me move here, and then it is some of the scenario, some of the training that you may see. This one. Okay. So here is some article that you will find. You will find on the website, and it is a module that will help you to master on, for example, like the Microsoft 365 Defender, right? When you go through everything and you complete the knowledge check, and you got the certificate of completion. Similar to the other workload is Microsoft Defender for Endpoint User and so on with the Azure security, MCAS, and everything, right? So it's including with something as a recording. It's including with some article and paper knowledge. It's actually you can find it in YouTube, but then it's a great thing that in a structured way when you want to really kind of go deep dive at level 400 to really kind of mastering the security technology from Microsoft side. Okay. So we have every link it here. After the section, will share the slide, and better you can head up and you go through the training. All right, and here is some of the capture on the certificate of completion that you would get after you finish the training. Okay, so that is about the Ninja training.
Wow. So,
okay,
so
back
Ryan,
to you, Kieran.
yeah, thanks, Ryan. I think what you're saying here is when they go through this Ninja training online with the website which you have just shown us, when they complete it, they also get a certification of completion, is it? Under
Right,
the
right, and it's really beautiful, right? It's really great. That you
awesome.
say.
But I think this is required. So this shows that they have gone through the training and they have actually completed, right? So and
Right.
all these informations are publicly available. We're
Right.
going to share these links to everyone. If you really want to get answers to it today, you can just do an internet search. Just put it like Defender for Endpoint Ninja Training from Microsoft, and you hit the portal which we just showcased to you. Right now, the next resource, what we would like to show you is basically the security playbooks. Now, these playbooks, we have released quite a number of playbooks for partners, right from building the security practice to Teams DLP, Okta Compete. We also have Azure Sentinel, MSSP playbook, and so on. So let me take you through that and then show you how does these resources looks like. So the first playbook is I would like to show you is the Microsoft practice development, security practice development playbook. Now, if you do an internet search, again, if you just type Microsoft security playbook, you get a portal where you can actually download it. Go to the partner.microsoft.com portal and then download this particular PDF file. Now, it has some great content for you. It basically talks about how you can build a Microsoft security practice, right? And if you look at some of the content here, it basically talks about how you can define your strategy, okay, as a security service provider. How should your practice focus should be, and then what are the project-based services opportunities you can get from M365 and Azure Security Services solutions. And then how do you deploy Intune in more the structured way, deploy Sentinel or information protection solutions as well. Then how should be your pricing strategy, right? Because now this is where you're actually going with a MSSP offering or with a go-to-market offering with co-sell ready, right? So there should be a price associated. So this document playbook basically talks about what should be your pricing strategy, right? And it also talks about how should you train your team. So hire and train your team, right? And how should you operationalize the security practice? How should you go to market and close the deal? So this is a fantastic document, and I would highly recommend every single partner to download and then start going through this. Now it also talks about the security opportunity it gives you as a partner, right? I mean, right from protecting users, this is all about identity and access management solutions. Protect email and documents is all about information protection pillar. Protecting device, manage enterprise security. So the threat protection, the cloud security solutions of Microsoft comes into picture. And what you see here is the most important ones, but there are more security solutions than what you see here, right? But then this itself is so huge that you get so many project services revenue, the recurring revenue if you have an MSSP offering with Microsoft. So please make use of this particular playbook. If you look at, this is a framework, it talks about define strategy and how can you define your security strategy, and then how should you hire and train your technical team, how should you operationalize, how to go to market, and how do you grow the business, right? And then we get into the details of defining your strategy, right? So great resource for any partner to immediately start looking at building a Microsoft security practice. Now, the next playbook I would like to show you is Azure Sentinel. It's a brand new, we released sometime in March. So this playbook talks about Azure Sentinel. For especially for MSSP. So if you are a managed security service provider today, you can actually use this particular playbook in order to build the Azure Sentinel MSSP offerings. Now it starts with basics fundamentals like Microsoft fundamental, Azure fundamental, log analytics fundamentals, right? How does it requires, what licenses it requires, how do you activate these services, right? And then it talks about the architecture, and then it talks about the pricing structure, and then how do you collect the data, and then how do you automate using the SOAR capabilities within Azure Sentinel. Again, brand new, mainly applicable for the MSSP partners who already has some sort of offerings. So make use of this playbook. It really helps you streamline a lot of stuff. Now, the other one I would like to talk about is again Microsoft Teams DLP. This is becoming more prominent right now because of the pandemic. A lot of customers have started using Microsoft Teams as their collaboration tool, and Microsoft has actually built a lot of DLP capabilities within the Microsoft Teams. So these are like native security capabilities which comes with Microsoft Teams. Now, this playbook again talks about how if somebody shares a credit card data or a confidential file on Teams, how do we detect it, what policy gets applied, and then how do we stop the data leak happening, right? So a beautiful document, again, written by one of our program managers. I would highly recommend you guys to go ahead and make use of this. So if you type Microsoft Teams DLP playbook, the first link, what you get from our the first link what you get from the internet search is here, so you can actually download this particular PDF file as well. The brand new playbook which just released in April is our Okta Compete playbook. This is the first time Microsoft is releasing a Compete playbook, and this is now available for partners. You just do an internet search like Microsoft Okta Compete playbook, and you should be able to get it. Otherwise, reach out to me or your local Microsoft representative, whomever you are in touch with. Or you can also go to this particular link, aka.ms/Okta Partner Playbook, and you can download this particular PDF. So this basically talks about how you can compete against Okta, why should you consider the Microsoft, and what is the value the Microsoft brings through Azure AD? What is the kind of customer conversations you need to have it? We have a MCAP workshop, which Ryan will take you through. So how do you use the identity workshop and then lead an opportunity, right? So this playbook basically talks about all this the resources. So make sure, like, you download and then go through them. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, Ryan, or any other Microsoft representatives whom you are in touch with. Now, this is what I have for the playbooks. Now, let me quickly hand it over to Ryan to talk about the Microsoft Cloud Accelerator program content resources. Ryan?
Yeah, thanks. So we've been with the Microsoft Cloud Accelerator program for at least 2 years, right? And with many chances that we can serve the customer better, we can help the partner to guide you to run a workshop for the customer, and then to explore the value we can bring in from Microsoft, from the partner as well. So basically, you can go to the Microsoft Cloud Accelerator program website, and then you can find some information in here. And what is the new? The new is we have some new and updated workshop. It's gonna be an Azure Sentinel with this standalone version again. It's gonna be have identity and endpoint management workshop. It's gonna be have hybrid security, hybrid cloud security, and as well as app identity workshop. So let me take you through the website that you can find out some of the resources that I can share it here.
You want me to?
Okay.
Okay, it's
Yep.
open for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please help me. Oh, all right. Thanks, mate. So here is the website that you're gonna access to in the first place, right? Access to the Microsoft Cloud Accelerator for Microsoft 365, and in the below you will see that it's some of the content, and you can see that the security workshop, identity workshop, the compliant workshop, and the other one, right? So when you want to kind of nominate to customer, you just have the link here, and then you just click in, right? But I want to walk you through some of the way that you can access to the material. We don't have a kind of enough time due to the limited of time. We don't have to go to the detail, but here is some of the access and readiness thing that you can go through, right? So everything is ready for you here, from the pre-engagement to the how you can deliver the workshop, what is the flyer that you can send to the customer, what is a frequent question and answer, and even the template that you can use. Some of us have the overview video for you to do a sell readiness to before the workshop happen, right? Every step we have here, right, for you to perform a really kind of successful workshop for the customer. And also, as well as we have the POA template as well. So after the workshop, you need to present back to the customer about a result, what you found out on the tenant, on the environment, and what is the next step. And the POA you can submit to Microsoft together. The funding release, right? Similar when I have with the had an eye on the identity workshop. So everything is here, so don't need to worry about, right? Everything is here with updated material, as well as the video recording for you to really kind of learn about it. So the only thing that I really want you to really kind of pay attention to is this workshop, the hybrid cloud security, which is a new one, and it's only a private preview. And you need to go through some of the requirement. The customer eligible, the partner eligible for that workshop is actually have a customer eligible for the 400K of the Azure consumption. But it's not just about the funding, right? It's about a material and step-by-step guidance that you can leverage. Can help the partner can help the customer to leverage on this material and do it by yourself, right? You don't need to wait for the funding, but you do it by yourself, and you figure out the best value together with the customer and help them to secure their environment, or to take them to another level of security maturity. right? So that's all about the MCAP workshop that we want to address. Come back to you, Kiran.
Cool. Thanks, Ryan. I think these are some great resources for our partners, right? I mean, you all know MCAP, Microsoft Cloud Accelerator program. It's actually funded by Microsoft, with which you as a partner can actually acquire a lot of new customers. And these are some great resources where we have created for you. So you don't need to recreate anything. You can download them, customize it, put your partner logo onto these templates what we have given you. The most important document, like Ryan just mentioned, is the delivery guide for each workshop. So whether you're doing on hybrid cloud or Azure Sentinel, we have a delivery guide here for endpoint management, even for compliance, right? So compliance, yes, delivery guide here for compliance, and then identity or security. Delivery guide is the most important document because it has a step-by-step process or methods for you, both technical and pre-sales team. For the pre-sales team, for how can you successfully run this program with your customers, and for technical team, how can you configure the technical configurations in a customer's production environment, right? So highly recommend, please download great resources. And we have a lot of good PowerPoint presentations, which you can use it as an overview presentations as well. And we also given you like some of the good customer conversation decks, like modernizing your SOC, how do you stop attacks using Microsoft AI and automation solutions, how do you help us streamline and strengthen security for your customers. So great resources for any partners again, and these are all freely available, so you just need to go to the this particular website and download them and start using them. Now, my last resource for you, or for this day, last but not least, is about the Partner Readiness Hub. Now, this is again, this resource basically uh, talks about how you can learn the solutions, right? So multiple solutions. Now, if you look at this, again, if you go to readiness.transform.microsoft.com, or if you just type Microsoft Security Readiness Hub in internet, you land to this particular page. Now this is a great resource again for partners like you to prepare on Microsoft Cloud Security Solutions. So you can actually see it talks about learn more about cross cloud protection with Microsoft, right? We have 6 modules, which takes roughly about 20 hours for you to complete. Similarly, if you are compliance focused, we have compliance dedicated, 18 modules, which takes about roughly about 38 hours for you to complete this module. We have it for endpoint management. It says updated. It's actually updated as of last week with a lot of new contents on it. So again, UEM, endpoint management. We have identity and access management, which are related to security. We have Teams, as well as we have threat protection here, and we have secure work from anywhere as well. So this is again great resource for anybody to learn about Microsoft 4 pillars: identity and access management, threat protection, information protection, and cloud security. Start using them. It actually gives you a structured approach, in a structured way of learning things step by step, module by module. So it's just taking some time to, okay, here it is. So we have 23 modules for threat protection, and this keeps updating quite a lot. Now, if you look at, it starts with fundamental, and then it actually goes up to the advanced level, and then the exam preparation. So the exam preparation, we have new certifications, which Ian just spoke about, all the new SC200, SC900 kind of certifications. Then these are roles based modules as well, right? Those are in pre-sales, BDM, technical. They all can actually go through this content and learn about Microsoft threat protection, or the identity and access management solutions, or even cloud security, and so on. So you can actually see there are some new contents also updated, and it talks about introduction to threat protection of Microsoft solutions. Then how do you manage security with M365? Azure Sentinel Pilot. There are some good use cases here, and then there are some interactive guides for you. So this gives you an order and step by step, and all these are freely available. It's there for you, online, available. Anybody can access from anywhere at any given point of time. Right. So I hope we gave you enough resources for you to prepare on Microsoft solutions. Please use your chat windows if you have any questions. We will be more than happy to take them. We have the entire team uh, take up your questions and answer. If you have any more, if you require any more details, feel free to contact me. Most of you know me. KiranNR@Microsoft.com is my email ID. I should have put it here, but yeah, I can still do it here. So you can reach out to me here, and I'll be more than happy to share some of the content. So these are the most important ones, but as I said, we have so many other resources where we don't have time to cover them up for you here. But then happy to get connected with you one-on-one, and then take you through if you're really interested to know a lot of other contents. Now with that, we come to the end of our session, as well as the Tech Power Up event as well. So I hope this entire 3 day session was helpful to you. It gave you some information about where Microsoft is going in terms of cybersecurity solutions. Right. So we have huge roadmap. We have great investments done. We have a lot of new capabilities coming in our products and solutions. So please do, as partners, this is a great opportunity for you to build your security services on Microsoft, which gives you immense opportunity and project services revenue for your organization. Right. So with that, let me end. I hope it was useful for you, and I really thank you, and thank you for your attention for today's sessions. Thank you so much, and you all have a great day. Ryan, you want to say bye?
Yeah. Bye.
Cool. Thanks everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.